G'day. Doesn't matter what my name is, it's irrelevant. I want to talk about the left's idiosyncratic attitude towards coal, which is an entire contradiction towards in regard to its economic policies, which is to try and borrow lots and lots of money to put into education, health and all the other social promises it keeps making. The left keep pushing the idea they want to ban coal, and that's what they push all the time. And when you examine it for just 1 second, and that's all it takes, and you understand how many products are made through the use of coal, through the energy exchange, heat exchange in the furnaces, or all the chemicals and everything else created through the use of coal and fossil fuels in general. If you were able to ban fossil fuels, you would have to basically go back to the Stone Age, and you could not make one windmill. You can't. And the thing about windmills, the contradiction in that is that more windmills you make, the more CO2 and coal you must burn to produce the windmills, and the more coal you must export to China to get the currency exchange to be able to afford the windmills and other things you might need to finance your current accounts, deficits and stuff like that. But the left ignore all anything to do with facts or logic or rationality, or asking the next logical question, like, if we ban coal, what does it mean? What does it mean to ban coal? It means you have to do away with anything you can think of that is of a modern product is produced by the use of fossil fuel, from pens to plastics to paints to machinery, to cars, and everything that you can think of, from the shirt I'm wearing and many other things, my jeans, your shoes, are all created through the use of energy created by fossil fuels into the vast majority of products on the world. The vast majority are produced from the byproducts of the energy heat exchange provided in coal, and the chemicals that are there in coal and oil and gas. They are chemicals that are extracted from these things, from these natural products that then produce the modern world. The modern world was created out of all of this, not Marxism or anything like that. Modern world was created out of science, capitalizing on knowledge and then creating all these products that then expand the economics of the system and gives the modern world we all enjoy. Now, the left, it's very, very strange that there are so many of them in politics and everywhere, in the education, in the universities, that do not know what coal is. They think they keep saying, it's a dirty thing. Well, yes, coal can burn, so it creates smog and stuff like that. But also, as a furnace engineer, which I was, I know that coal under pressure and added oxygen can be burned very, very clean, like new diesels or cars, and be much more efficient. But that's beside the point. The real point is, it's totally dishonest for people in politics and everywhere else say ban coal, misleading children, when if you actually ban coal, there would be ban coal right now, there would be no modern economy. The whole economic system would collapse within weeks. There'd be no currency exchange. Australia would, in particular, would be back into the dark ages because it wouldn't have lights on. It can't run the lights without coal. And even no matter how many wind generators you plant, you need equal amount of coal or fossil fuel backup in case the wind stops. You need equal amount all the time. They're sitting there wasted, and you need to build the coal-fired power stations to have the backup in case all the wind drops out one night when everyone's got their heaters on or cooking their dinner. Sorry folks, you can't eat tonight, and you can't even get McDonald's or anything because all the freezers in Woolworths have closed down because, well, we've run out of fossil fuel because we've banned it. What do you mean you've banned it, Dad? We've done you a favour, children, we've banned fossil fuels. But sorry, you can't afford to eat, and sorry, it looks like everyone's going to have to live in the street or in the country again and basically go back to living like the Aboriginals did before white man settled Australia, which is what the desire of the left is, to impoverish people into what the poor people of Botswana live to, and then whatever reason, it's a sort of insanity to say this is an environmental movement when it's actually a eugenics program to diminish a society's ability to think laterally and logically and question authority, and that's what it really is. I want to see those on the left go around Woolworths and all the factories in Australia and all the factories everywhere in China and pick out the products that are made through coal or oil or gas, the use of that in some way, pick them out and ban them from our use. Ban all the products. Everything you can think of produced by coal, oil and gas, ban it. Ban it if you're fair income about being, if you're real and honest about being against coal. Ban all the things, your computers, everything you can think of, your cars, your bicycles, your washing machines. God, the wife will be happy that she's got no washing machine anymore because she have to walk back to washing with hands, and that's, the women will be most pleased about that. Once they've got environmentalists have taken over, women are back to washing clothes with hands. Well, maybe there's a reason for that behind all of this. It maybe is healthier for people to wash clothes by hands. I don't know. Maybe that's the desire, is to make society healthy and fit again. They're making it very, very hungry and starving because there's no produce anymore that's created by fossil fuels to feed it and service it and provide the currency exchange required to run a modern economy. And this basically proves what the Greens and the left and the Liberals, and there's no difference between them really, they'll pile them all together, the same old bullshit on both sides, are all really have never asked the lateral question, what does it mean? It means, in fact, they don't know what they're talking about, and what they've said is emptiness. It's meaningless, it's vacuous, and if you analyse it for forget the science and all that about climate change, forget all the climate change science, forget that, just look at the plain simple logic of banning coal and fossil fuels, and it means you ban this camera. You can't have a camera. Why not? Well, we can't make them anymore because we can't burn coal or oil, or well, we can't transport anything across the seas because we've got no oil. We're back to rowing and sails again. Well, really good. It's a great world we're looking forward to, run by these people, social Marxists or whatever they can call themselves, whatever it is. It's actually nothing of the kind. It's just an insidious takeover by an elite what's stripping the country and our incomes through a false pretenses that they're doing something about the environment. Well, all they're doing is extending poverty into the West as it is elsewhere to satisfy something that is actually quite dangerous and insidious. I want to see politicians like Bill Shorten and all these go into his house, check out what's made with coal, go into Woolworths and start banning. I mean, you shouldn't shop at ban Woolworths. Ban Harvey Norman. They use Harvey Norman's full of things made by coal. Ban Harvey Norman. You have to ban Harvey Norman from selling his products made by coal if you're fair income. I expect the Greens and Get Up to blockade Harvey Norman if they're fair income about banning coal. If they don't blockade Harvey Norman, then they're not fair income about banning anything, are they? Because everything in Harvey Norman's shop is made through a bad product or transport or whatever, currency exchange, all created by fossil fuels. We live in a fossil fuel economy. We have done for 100 and odd years, and we're going to continue to do that for a long, long time to come. It's a fossil fuel economy. It's a simple thing. It's about economics. Economics is what environmentalism should be about, not some nefarious idea about climate change, which if you want to believe you can do something about it, go ahead and believe that. But in doing so, in that belief means you're going to wreck your own life in the future and children's life. You have to question, what does your belief mean in context, or the fact what you want to achieve may do far more damage to the human environment. And actually, it's not socialism, is it? It's insidious and it's dangerous and it's inhuman. Go on, ban coal, Mr. Shorten. Ban coal. I'd like to see you doing out the thing. Walk to Parliament. You have to walk, ride a horse. Horses don't need coal. Yeah, they need fuel from the grass and that. ban, you know, everyone, all the parliamentarians will go into parliament on a horse, then I will believe that he's serious about environmentalism. Because it is after all just all horse shit. Thank you.